how are you? Welcome to my channel. My name is Ruth and today, I'm so excited. Today I am doing a video called the Project Panning Tag. This is created by myself. I'm very excited and I've been kind of thinking about this for a while. It's something that I'd love to look at. I'm nosy. Alright, maybe you don't know that about me. I'm a nosy Parker. I love to know what other people's thoughts are on certain things. So that's why I created this. Now, I'm very aware that Sarah Rose did a Project Panner tag. I want to say maybe 12, 18 months ago. I will have it linked down below. Please go check it out. It's a great video. But I hope my questions are different enough. And I'm just curious. I'm so curious about, because I didn't see many of, we'll say, fantastic lady kind of people doing that tag. And I'm curious to know what their answers might be to some of these questions. So if you have a channel or if you have an Instagram and you want to take part, please do, please, because, and make sure to tag me in it, and make sure we said the Project Panners tag 2022 is the hashtag. I'll have it below or on the screen anyway. But yeah, please. And if it's a thing that you do it on YouTube, please let me know so I can put it into the playlist. I want to make a playlist of these so that if you want to go and binge them all, you can. And if you don't have Instagram or YouTube and you want to still take part, I have put it up in my community tag or tab as well. So if you want to come along there and answer them for me, or answering the comments of this video, please, or even just if you don't want to answer them all, just do a couple of them. I'm a curious cat and I want to know. Some ladies that I've asked if they'd come and do this with me, because I was just testing the water to see if anyone would actually be interested, and they're like, of course. And they're all gorgeous people and just so supportive. So to the best of my knowledge, I think Misty is doing it. I think Jen from Project Beauty is doing it. I believe Andrea from Pretty as a Peacock, Kim from Teacher Loves Beauty, Deb from Deb B, Jaylon maybe. Yeah, Jaylon's doing it. Jay Loves Makeup. Valerie and Courtney, I'm not sure whether they want to do it on Instagram or not, but they might do. So if they do, I'll have them linked. I'm going to have all these people linked below anyway, because I love them all. They're all gorgeous, gorgeous people. Hiya, just coming in here really quickly to let you know, Dannie from Dannie's Makeup will also be doing this tag. Can't believe I forgot her. I love her. She's amazing. What? Okay, Jessica as well. Jessica and Dannie are the two best project panners I probably think in this community. I mean, if you're looking for inspiration and you're looking for dedication, it's where it's at, guys. It's where it's at. Okay, bye. I'm trying to think, is anyone else thinking? Maybe Amy from Curly Loves Books might be doing it. But like I said, as people kind of drop their videos, I'll pop it into the playlist. And then on Instagram, if you just look up the hashtag, you should be able to follow along with that as well. But yeah, I really hope you like this, and I really hope you want to take part in it, and just have a little fun. Have a little fun with the Project Panning community and just see what your answers are. Anyway, very excited. So, I originally come up with 10, but Deb gave me an extra one, which I've added in as well. It's a great question. If you think of any questions yourselves that you want to add into this, feel free. Look, this is easy breezy. Don't be getting all bogged down. Like if there's a question here that you're like, oh, I don't really know the answer to that, skip it. Skip it, go on to the next one. You know what I mean? There's no hard and fast rules here, people. Like I said, I'm just nosy. I want to know people's answers. So, let's get into it. I hope I've said everything I was supposed to say. Anyhow, easiest category to pan. So that's number one. So I have put down, so I'm keeping this to makeup because skincare would be the easiest thing for me to pan. I go through skincare quickly because I like skincare. I do a lot of skincare, etc. So I'm keeping my answers to makeup specifically. You do you, whatever you feel comfortable with. So what I have said, I've actually got two because they kind of go hand in hand, I feel. Primers and foundations. I tend to go through them quite quickly. These are ones I've finished this year so far. This is one from Becca and this is one from It Cosmetics. Yeah, I just find that I was kind of looking back at my numbers from last year as well, and I finished 7 foundations last year and 5 primers. So yeah, they're definitely my most my easiest category for me personally to pan, because if I don't do eyeshadow, or if I don't, I'll always put on a bit of, I'll sometimes put on primer on its own. Like at the moment I'm using the Tensational from Catrice, and I'll often just put this on its own with no foundation over it if I'm just, you know, popping out to the shops or stuff like that. So yeah. Oh, breathe. And let's not expand too much on the categories, Ruth, or we'll be here forever, because we know Ruthie likes to go off on tangents. Number 2, hardest category to pan. And I think a lot of us might feel this way, maybe not, but blush definitely is just such a hard, for me anyway. I think it's because you're only using it just here on your cheeks, and you're going in light-handed because you don't want to get it too kind of intense. But another two, because I feel like a lot of us will answer blush, but for me, concealer, because I'm struggling with concealer in finding one that suits me, that just doesn't creep up like crazy on my under eyes, and doesn't look cakey. So I use the bare minimum when I use concealer, like literally just boop boop, that's it. So concealer for me is quite hard, and then liquid lipsticks I find extremely hard as well. I just find that I don't enjoy them, so therefore I'm not inclined to use them as much. Now I think I'm starting to find a way that I like to use them, but at the moment I haven't finished any liquid lipsticks in my collection. So that would be concealer and liquid lips are probably my 2 hardest categories to pan. Number 3, a product that you flew through. And that was this Lacura brow pencil. Now, yes, it was a skinny pencil, okay, fair enough, you know, and they can be, you know, you can't even see them. But they're really skinny pencil, like the NYX one, and, you know, plenty of others. The Anastasia, I don't know what she calls her really skinny one, etc. This obviously was quite affordable because Lacura is the Aldi home brand, but it was a false economy because I don't think it even lasted a month. I blasted through this, and at the moment I am using the Juvia's Place one, same kind of pencil, skinny pencil. There it is there, and I've currently used this 49 times and still nowhere near to being done with it. I've been using it for, this will be my 3rd month using it, but this barely even lasted a month. It was just a disappointment. So like I said, a false economy. Yes, it's affordable, but you know, if you're buying 3 for every one of those, then no, it's not affordable. So that would be a product that I flew through and was disappointed that I did. A product that you lost the will, it took so long. I don't know if that's a phrase in other parts of the world, but in Ireland, geez, I lost the will. I couldn't get going with it. And that would be the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Powder. And airbrush, flawless finish, skin perfecting, micro powder, blah 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 blah. I'll hopefully have pictures on the screen. All last year I was trying to pan this. All last year. I finally managed to get myself some good rubbing alcohol here in Ireland that works for me, and I have finally repressed it. And it has gone into Graveyard Project Pan to try and finish it off. I had panning this when I started off last January. Not January just gone, January previous. So I thought, I'll fly through it. I used it all year long, and it still wasn't finished. And I just thought I couldn't bring it into January. I couldn't do it, guys. I couldn't fizz into it because I just thought I can't look at you anymore. I just can't. No. So I took a break because I knew Graveyard was coming up, and I said, right, you can go back in then and we'll try and get you done once and for all. And a product you wouldn't let beat you, and to be fair, this is the one. It's not going to beat me. I am going to finish this if it kills me. I mean, I could have been sneaky and pretended that, oh no, I finished it, it's all gone. Yeah, no. You will not beat me. I will finish you. I'll get every penny out of this stupid brand. The other one that I would say is actually this brow pencil from XX Revolution, the Faux Brow. This is what it looks like. It's kind of more of that triangular kind of pencil, if you can see it. You probably can't. And this as well is just, it feels like I'll use it all month and go to check progress on it. This is last year when I was in a project. Go to check progress on it and it'll be minuscule. And I'm like, I literally used you 25 times. How is that possible? It just keeps going and going and going like the Durex. No, not Durex. Different kind of body. The Duracell bunny. But yeah, so I still have product left in this. And again, this will not beat me either. It has gone into graveyard as well. So. Next up is easiest eyeshadow formula. And I mean easiest to pan. And I have answered both matte and shimmer. Because I think that can be quite different. So, this is going to seem odd because you're like, Ruth, how is it the easiest when you haven't got a pan in it? Well, okay, fair enough. But I think we all know there are certain formulas from ABH that are easy to pan. For example, if I dip a brush into this, wouldn't you love if you came to a video of mine and I was actually prepared? Wouldn't that just be gas crack altogether? So if I can show you here, I mean, no, I probably can't. The amount of powder that has come up just by, not even swirling, dabbing my brush in that pan is insane. If get back into the pan. If I wanted to, I could very easily fly through that eyeshadow by swirling my brush, but I'm not going to. But yeah, now there are other ones then, like there's a taupey shade in here and a kind of a brownie shade, and I've used them a bit and there doesn't seem to be much movement in the pan at all. But I find that some of these kind of brown leaning or creams, some ABH powder shadows you can just absolutely blast through for sure. Shimmer shades, I find, now it's hard for me to say the brand as a whole because I only have 2 palettes from her at the moment, but even looking at other people's videos. This is the Huda Mercury Retrograde palette. So I have a purple shade here and a whitish kind of topper shade over here. Don't know if you can probably see the pan in that one, you probably can't. But I do have a pan in the purple as well. And they only took like 8 uses maybe. They're a very soft formula, all of them. All of the shimmers in this palette are extremely soft and very easy to hit pan on, in my opinion. Both of those were kind of a very, kind of like a pencil brush, because I was using them as, I was using the purple as a bottom lash line colour, and this one was kind of an inner corner highlight shade. So that's why, you know, it was so pinpointed in its pan, but I think no matter what way you use them, I think you'd hit pan quite easily on those. So in my mind, the Huda formula, shimmer formula, seems to be quite easy to hit pan on, and certain tones I feel in the ABH formula are easy to hit pan on. Same goes opposite side then, we have hardest eyeshadow formula. So the matte formula, and to be fair, the shimmer formula isn't much easier. I have chosen Urban Decay. This is the Naked 2 palette that I own, but I also had the Born to Run palette. And they both shimmer and matte formulas were extremely hard to hit pan on. I would say as well, Too Faced, I have none currently in my collection because the scents in them are just, my eyes just can't take them. But Too Faced would be another one, and I'm sure if you watch Dannie from Dannie's, oh, Dannie's doing this as well. Oh, I never mentioned Dannie at the beginning. I'm so sorry, Dannie. I'm the worst friend in the world. Oh, Dannie, if you watch Dannie, of course you watch Dannie. If you don't, why don't you? If you're looking for dedication with Too Faced shadows, she'll show you how hard they are. But I think another brand that I find is quite hard, actually, especially with their mattes so far anyway that I've tried, would be Natasha Denona. I mean, those 2 mattes here I've used quite a bit and they barely look used. So I would imagine her formula is quite difficult to hit pan on as well, when it comes to the mattes anyway. God, I'm sorry, Danny. I feel awful now. But I'll make sure to have it come up on the screen at the start of the video. Number 8 is best alternate use to pana product faster. And I would say eyeshadow as nail polish for me was a real kind of eye-opener. For example, this is my soft palette that I'm trying to pan at the moment, and it's falling apart on me. But this green shade here, I actually hit pan on by using it as an eyeshadow, or jeez, as a nail polish. Now, I don't think it works with matte shadows. I haven't tried it. Maybe it does. I don't think it does though. But certainly with shimmer eyeshadows, it's a great way if there's a shade that you don't particularly like using on your eyes, or is getting old or something like that, and you want to get use out of it. Using it as a nail polish is fantastic. I will link Rebecca Morgan's video down below for you. She does a great tutorial on it, on how to use eyeshadows as nail polish. Great video. That's where I learned it. And kind of, there was another I'm using, because my Tati Beauty palette, the glitters and that, just my eyes just can't take them for some reason. I don't know whether they've deteriorated or what, but I used the kind of goldish kind of shade that was a glitter on my nails the other day, and it was gorgeous. So I'm delighted to have found a way to use them as well. Number 9, best project panning tip or trick. And I think for me personally, it is lipstick as blush. And I find it even liquid lipstick as blush is even better, because it seems to adhere and stay better than regular bullet lipstick. Because obviously bullet lipstick is, I suppose, not all matte ones wouldn't be, but a lot of them are quite hydrating, so therefore they might move a little bit, whereas liquid lipsticks kind of don't. This one in particular, I'm not loving it as a liquid lipstick. The formula is quite a dry one, but on my cheeks, especially at this time of year in the summer, I'm just loving it, absolutely loving it. It's a beautiful shade as a cheek. Another example is this Clinique lipstick. What was it called? I think it was one of the Sweet Pop range, or no, it's called Sweet Pop. I don't like that as a lipstick on me. It's just not a flattering shade. So what I have done is I have melted it down into this little empty container that I had, and I've made it into a cream blush. And I just love it as a cream blush. I think it's a beautiful shade. So I'm delighted with that, because, you know, I don't want to be throwing stuff away. And I always find lipsticks are not something that I like to declutter, because unless it's immediate family and they're totally okay with it, nobody else really is, because hygiene, you know. So yeah, I love that. I love repurposing my liquid lipsticks, or lipsticks that I'm not loving, as cream blushes. Especially now when they're at the height of, you know, trends at the moment. Cream products are, you know, really made a comeback. Or maybe not a comeback, because they weren't there before, were they really? Oi, on to the next one, Ruth. Tangent, cut it off, drive on. What project panning has taught you? And I did a video about this before Christmas, kind of end of year kind of video, so I'll link that down below just to expand a bit, because I think I had 10 kind of things that project panning had taught me. But I think the two biggest things would have to be how long products last, number one. I mean, that's such an eye-opener when it comes to project panning. I mean, previous to this, I don't think it would have dawned on me that a blush could last 4 years nearly of continuous use. You know what I mean? It's like, so why have you got 15 of them in your collection? You know what I mean? So yeah, how long products last has been such an eye-opener. But also not to make quick decisions on a product. And I mean, you know, a quick, oh, I love this product, and a quick, oh no, I don't like this product. When you have a product in a project, you really learn everything there is to know about that product, I feel. And something that you thought you loved, when you have to use it every single day, you kind of go, God, I actually don't love this. I don't like the way it breaks down, or I don't like the way it looks with my skin tone or my other makeup, or, you know, whatever the case may be. But because you only used it once or twice before, you thought, oh no, I love this, when maybe you didn't. And vice versa, oh, I hate this product. but maybe you didn't give it a proper chance. Maybe you didn't try different ways, like say a foundation. You didn't try different primers underneath, different powders on top, etc. Different kind of thin it out a bit with a bit of oil or a bit of moisturizer, or you know, things like that. Mix it with another foundation and make this beautiful concoction. There's loads of different ways to try products out and see if you can get them to work. For example, liquid lipsticks at the moment, I probably would have decluttered them all from my collection if I hadn't decided to put them all into my Partners in Cream project pan. And I'm finding a way to use them that I actually enjoy, and therefore they won't all be getting decluttered out of my collection, which is fantastic, because what a waste, you know what I mean? If I can find another way to use them, then I'm not wasting my money or putting more stuff into landfill that hasn't even been used up, you know what I mean? Things like that. But yeah, I'll link that video down below, just because I have other kind of, I think I had 10 kind of things that project panning have taught me, because it really has been such an interesting learning curve for me, this project panning experience, apart from the fact that I absolutely love this community with everything that's in me. It's just glorious and I love it. And number 11, which is the one that Deb has added in, is a product you are proudest of panning. And this goes back to one earlier where I said it's one of my hardest categories, and that is concealer. And this was the Revolution Hydrate, Conceal and Hydrate, I think it was called. I can't remember, but it's the hydrating one of these concealers. And I was so proud of myself that I finished this off earlier this year. So proud of myself, because this is no mean feat. This is hard grafting, getting this finished, mixing it with foundations and using it as an eye base, and you know, just finding alternate ways to use it, mixing it with liquid lipsticks to help maybe thin out the formula or tame it down a little bit to make a blush, you know, different things like that. I just absolutely, I'm so proud of myself for finishing the concealer completely. Thrilled to bits. That was a really proud moment for me. So thank you, Deb, for adding in that, because that's a great question. But that's it, guys. That's my Project Panners tag for 2022. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I ramble a lot and I do apologize. And again, I'm so sorry, Dannie. Oh, I feel awful. But I really hope you enjoyed this, and I hope that you'll think about taking part in it in whatever way you see fit. But just let me know, so that I can come and watch it or read it or whatever the case may be, because I am so nosy. I'm that person my husband gives out to me all the time, because I'm in a coffee shop with that and he's like, stop it, stop listening to their conversation. And I'm like, but how will I know how it ends? Like, I'm that person. I do not want to be part of any drama. Drama, I don't want it. But tell me what happens though. I'm so bad. But that's it for today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video and that you consider taking part, and hopefully I'll chat to you in the next one. Take care. Bye. Slán.